Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, as always, to The Watcher, episode 27. The year is 2014, and we have some insanely huge fights today. We got a UFC Heavyweight Championship fight, There's too much professional wrestling on the brain. Also, I went to NXT Vengeance Day, and it ruled, in case anyone cares. I also would like to remind everyone that somebody's fighting Fedor. I want to say it's Billy Willie. Let's check the old short list. Yeah, Billy Willie's fighting Fedor in this episode in January. This episode's going to be bananas, and I am stoked for it. So I'm going to go ahead and set the fast forward, and I'll see you at the first fight. And we are starting at the top. Billy Willie taking on Fedor Emelianenko. What a fight. The Last Emperor versus Billy Willie, the master of Thug Jitsu. 2-2 in Pride. Not sure how he got this title fight against the 17-1-1 and two no contests. Fedor Emelianenko. Emelianenko, though, on a bit of a downswing, beat Crow Cop, lost the title to Sergey Kharitonov, and then drew with Rob Broughton in the last fight he had. Billy Willie, personally, has beaten Eric Fonga in his last fight after losing to Antonio Rodrigo Nogueira and Daniel Puder. I'm unbelievably excited for this fight. I don't know how much more there is to say about it. Fedor's a favorite, but not a significant favorite. He's the Last Emperor at age 37 on a bit of a downswing in his career. Or, alternatively, is he about to regain his momentum by defeating our main man, Billy Willie? Ladies and gentlemen, the co-main event of the evening, Pride Bushido 17. Let's get straight into it. Mario Yamasaki, the referee. Willie probably 25 pounds heavier. Exchanging strikes to start with, though. Nothing really going so far. Alright, Willie forcing the exchange here. Fedor at the counter left. Willie misses with the 1-2. Fedor misses with the left. Willie misses with the 1-2. Kind of a slow going here so far. Counter jab from Fedor. Big right hand from Billy Willie, though. Confidence maybe, coming forward to attack. Beauty of a straight right. Two big rights from Billy Willie so far. Thug Jitsu, not really. We're 5 minutes in and barely anything's happened. Fedor clinches, though. Fedor looking for the takedown. Billy, Thug Jitsu Wrestling, stops the takedown against Fedor. Now he's going for a takedown. Gets Fedor into guard position. Willie with a few right hands. Fedor trying for the armbar from guard, though. Nothing really. Fedor getting smothered now. Can't get Willie off of him. Referee might have to reset them. Fedor tries for the arm, though. Oh, he gets it! Oh, my goodness. It was going so well. Fedor's being smothered. Billy Willie, I think, didn't want the referee to reset the fight, so he tried for some little strikes. Fedor just catches the arm, locks it out, and that's it for Billy Willie. Oh, that's brutal. It was going so well. He is landing strikes there, hit the takedown, and then just from guard, he forgets to protect his arm and gets submitted. Oh, that's brutal. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner by submission, 8 minutes and 32 seconds in round number 1, the Last Emperor, proves that he still has a lot left in him. Damn. Alright, one more fight before the end of January. Hey, Wonder Boy's here. I wonder how he's doing. Sorry, I love Wonder Boy. He's doing okay. Anyway, we're not here for Wonder Boy. We're here for Jack Duplessis versus Kenny Gardner on the undercard of Bellator 44. Jack is a colossal favorite here at minus 1,200. The wrestler from South Africa making his, what I believe is his Bellator debut. It is. In fact, it's his American debut. After 3 straight wins in the Japanese large local show, Bellator snapped him up off of the independent scene. His 3-3 record in Pride, which honestly is nothing to sneeze at. He's facing off against Kenny Gardner, who's 4 wins, 2 losses, and 1 no contest after losing and then failing a drug test. Good for him. Or his opponent failed a drug test, that is. Anyway, he's got a mixed martial arts record. Neither guy has a team, but is probably looking to fix that. Let's get straight into the fight. Steve Mazzagatti, the referee. Adelaide, the judges, whatever, you can read. Big right hand from Gardner as we start now. Both guys meeting in the center now. Jack lands a couple blows there. Gardner lands a left. Jack with a nice straight right that lands hard. Gardner's hurt bad. Jack's looking to finish him off. Big right hand behind the ear, pounding on him now. He's getting rocked, and the referee has to step in. Ladies and gentlemen, 1 minute, 27 seconds into round number 1. Your winner by TKO, Jack Duplessis. Absolute pay window visit for Jack Duplessis tonight. Took him just under 90 seconds to finish that fight. Jack moves to 15-4 and begins his Bellator tenure with a win, thus making 4 straight. I think the Bellator brass should take notice of that, and I would be shocked if we don't see him ranked on the Bellator heavyweights list next time we see him. Congratulations to Jack Duplessis. Absolutely manhandled him. Alright, because January is not over yet, I don't know what the hell's going to be in the rest of this episode. Cain Velasquez, Alex O'Reilly, the rematch. Cain won by unanimous decision, but the betting odds are absolutely even. This is for the UFC Heavyweight Championship. It's been a year and change since the two last faced off. Alex went ahead and got himself 2 wins in that time span, beating Rex Richards in May and Konstantin Gluhov in September. Konstantin Gluhov again, actually. And Cain Velasquez went ahead and beat Shane Del Rosario and then won the heavyweight title off Roy Nelson. These two rematch with the gold on the line, 5 rounds. And remember, folks, that fight went to decision. So, in longer time, can these two find some kind of something to separate them? I don't know, but I'm incredibly excited to find out. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a UFC Heavyweight Championship fight. Let's get straight into it. Wrestling versus mixed martial arts, Arizona versus Dublin, the second time. Here we go. They start wrestling up close. Velasquez controls the clinch, tries to wrestle him up against the cage. O'Reilly out-wrestles him, though, sets up a trip takedown. Cain blocks it and grabs him back, trying to pin him against the cage again. Dominant position from O'Reilly's. Both guys muscling, trying to pin each other against the cage. Not much doing there. Maybe they could hit each other or something. O'Reilly out-wrestled for now, but gets pushed around. And Velasquez is up against the cage. 2.5 minutes and nothing has happened besides pinning him against the cage. But they're hitting each other's short punches. Velasquez trying the trip takedown there, and O'Reilly goes straight down for it. Velasquez got him by the waist and pinning him against the cage. Hitting some weak punches, and there's really not much going on in that first round. 8 jabs, 1 takedown, ground strikes. Not much to separate them there. Really could go either way. O'Reilly stepping in, willing to take some strikes now. Now we're throwing. O'Reilly grabs him, tries to pin him up against the cage. Velasquez pins against the cage. Reversed, now he's smothered. Velasquez hits that trip takedown again. O'Reilly goes down. Velasquez gets his back, trying to do some punches there. Oh, some harsh punches from Velasquez, but O'Reilly manages to clear his head, and he's surviving. No, more harsh punches. Oh my god, Alex O'Reilly's taking a beating here. O'Reilly desperately trying to roll over. Velasquez gets the hooks in. 40 seconds, 10 seconds. O'Reilly manages to survive an entire round of being on his back and taking 45 punches. O'Reilly accomplished nothing in that round. That might be a 10-8 round. They're going to call it 10-9, but holy smokes. O'Reilly got battered that round. Unbelievable. One questionable round and one round that's definitely for Velasquez. Over-under. Pinning O'Reilly against the cage. Out-wrestles him, though. Misses with the knee. Velasquez hits him with the knee. O'Reilly trying to take him down. Velasquez, good wrestling base there. O'Reilly with the second try. Nothing. Gives up on that. Tries to pin him against the cage. Out-wrestled, though. O'Reilly's pinned up against the cage now. Velasquez goes for that double leg takedown. He's turtled. Nothing really landing clean. Oh, there's some clean shots from Velasquez. O'Reilly tough as nails. Standing up, back in the clinch. O'Reilly manages to wrestle back into the takedown. Gets the takedown into side control. Going for the Kimura. Velasquez, though, manages to defend the Kimura. Maybe trying to move to guard there. 30 seconds left to get something going. Nothing there. That was a tough round to say. Probably Cain won that round. But it does look good for Alex to end the round on top and hunting a submission. They're going to give it to Cain. Could be either way. We're probably leaning toward Velasquez, though. O'Reilly probably going to need to finish this fight if he wants that title. Pushing himself a little more now. Velasquez trying to throw some strikes. Left jab and a right hook. O'Reilly's cut. Bleeding. Takes 3 punches. He's taken an absolute beating in this fight. They're clinching now. Velasquez trying to pin him against the cage. He is. Looking for that takedown. Drags him to the ground, but caught in guard. O'Reilly trying to sweep from guard now. Some short elbows from Kane, nothing. Looking exhausted underneath Velasquez. 40 seconds left in the round. Velasquez with the elbow strikes. Maybe a few punches for O'Reilly there, but it's not looking good. That's another Kane round. So Kane definitely wins on the scorecards if he doesn't finish. O'Reilly absolutely needs a finish in round number 5. Cutman trying to stop the bleeding. Alex O'Reilly, what's he going to do? Takes a right hook to the chin, though. Steps into grapple, trying to pin him against the cage now. Velasquez out-wrestles him as he has done nearly all night. O'Reilly pinned up against the metal. Takes a trip takedown. No. O'Reilly in charge now, wearing Velasquez down. 3 minutes to stop him. Smothers him against the cage. A minute and a half. The referee separates them. What's O'Reilly going to do? Throwing strikes, going into the clinch now. O'Reilly takes a knee strike to the body. Gets pinned up against the cage. Velasquez tired, but it doesn't matter. Lands a takedown, caught in guard, and that's the end of the fight. It was a good fight from O'Reilly, but at the end of the day, Kane is just on a different level here. Unless something insane happens, should make it 15-0. Ladies and gentlemen, all 3 judges have given their scorecards, and all 3 judges, the judges scored it 49-46, 49-46, and 50-45 for your winner by unanimous decision, and still the UFC heavyweight champion of the world, Cain Velasquez, makes his first defense against old rival Alex the Maverick O'Reilly. O'Reilly falls to 18-5 off the back of an effort that made him look more interested in wrestling with Cain and throwing any strikes, and it cost him. Besides one moment where he had side control and tried for a Kimura, he really didn't have a lot going for him tonight, and it showed. Cain makes his first defense, the title. Here's your stats overall for the fight. Cain was 5 of 6 on takedowns, and I feel like that right there is what really cost him. He also landed 66 ground jabs and 21 ground power strikes. Alex should consider it a win. He wasn't KO'd during some of those prolonged beatings, but at the end of the day, he just did not have what it took. Unfortunate. Alright, a little bit of news here. Billy Willie has made a family difference. He left the Cesar Gracie Jiu-Jitsu team and joined the Renzo Gracie Jiu-Jitsu team. Apparently losing to Fedor has convinced him that a different Gracie is the one he needs. I will say Forrest Griffin, Alexander Gustafsson, and Rumble Johnson all training there, as well as John Jones. It's a pretty solid team there. Alright, some more news for you. Bellator is creatively bankrupt and is going back to the well for Barnett versus Joe, number 3. What has George Joe done to reserve this rematch? I'm not entirely sure. He beat Tony Johnson, I guess. But hell, why not? He's gotten submitted twice, but maybe third time will be the charm. He challenges Josh Barnett for the Bellator heavyweight title at the end of this episode. So look forward to that. But also noted, Eric Fonga, recently unemployed after losing 5 straight. He's been booked to face someone else, Rico Rodriguez. 22-13 veteran and former UFC heavyweight champion. Really? Oh yeah, beat Randy Couture. Is that real? Oh, that is real. I kind of forgot about that. Anyway, on a 3-fight losing streak, just a real race to the bottom in March. But hey, we'll be here for it because we believe in our boy Fonga. Tiny bit more news here as we end February. Ron Francis Jr. has been booked to face Rob Broughton at Pride 90. Rob Broughton, a familiar name on this channel because he previously beat Eric Fonga. And that's the only thing we've seen of him so far, but very talented competitor. That's where we know him from. Fought Fedor to a draw and then beat Tim Sylvia. So on a crazy, actually very good streak. The Bayer here. Last losses to Billy Willie 5 fights ago. So should be a big fight at Pride 90. That'll be in June. Will not be on this one, but it will be headlining the number 16 and 13th ranked heavyweight fighters in the world. And currently, Francis Jr. is the favorite. More fight news. Bruno Guimas is facing Brendan Schaub at Strikeforce Tate versus Rousey. First of all, Tate versus Rousey is a great fight for Strikeforce. Ronda 5-0, Tate 12-1. Actually, very much like Miesha Tate. But Bruno Guimaraes versus Brendan Schaub co-main eventing. That'll be in May. Great fight there. Bruno, of course, is 14-5, and this will be his third Strikeforce fight after beating Earl Mo but losing a title fight to Ben Rothwell. Meanwhile, the hybrid will be making his 7th Strikeforce fight, having lost to Big Ben Rothwell and Tony Lopez, but beating Brad Imes, Justin McCauley, Brandon Vera, and Bobby Lashley in his time there. So, should be a great fight there. Anderson has joined the Grudge Training Center as his UFC career exists. And Grease Kunis is booked to face Czech Congo at K1 Heroes 55. I don't believe the two of them have fought before. Czech Congo is considered a colossal favorite. But the German, Grease Kunis, come on. There we go. The German Grease Kunis, a 5-1 fighter, having beaten Gabriel Gonzaga. Not beaten Gabriel Gonzaga, notably. But he is a former Cage Rage heavyweight champion. He beat Blagoy Ivanov, and he beat Thiago Big Monster his last fight out, and may just be considered too inexperienced. Tough to say, but Congo is a big favorite, 24-1. He previously was defeated by George Joe, but I thought he beat Bobby Braxton later on, and has won 7 consecutive fights here, only losing a K1 Heroes title fight to Heath Herring, and I think he got hurt, and he was supposed to fight Braxton. Maybe Bobby got hurt. Let me look quick. Yeah, Bobby, he got hurt, I think, and then Bobby got rebooked versus Heath Herring. And I forgot that was on this. That's going to be coming up in this episode. Fantastic. So, completely forgot about that, but there's a lot of gold in the line in this one. Might be the title of it. We'll see. Alright, we're at a local show in Massachusetts, and we are here to see Eric Fonga versus Rico Rodriguez, former UFC heavyweight champion, versus Fonga. Yeah, let's hope Fonga can beat his, I think, 5-fight losing streak here. Terrible downfall for the former Rookie of the Year. He's currently 10-8. Rico Rodriguez 22-13. Let's just get into it. Muay Thai versus Jiu-Jitsu. Neither has a team. Australian versus New Yorker. Round number 1. Touching gloves now. Rodriguez looking for the takedown. Fonga partially defends it. Rodriguez pins him against the cage, looking for the trip takedown there. Fonga down on the ground. Being pinned down, Rodriguez goes for the guillotine. Oh my god. He fell off. I don't know what happened to him. But he was doing so well, and then he lost to Andrigo. I don't know. He's 6 losses in the last, or 6 losses from the last 6. 5 of them are submissions. And he's now lost 2 in the independent scene. Maybe he just retire. I don't know. He's so young to be washed, but oh my gosh. Rico Rodriguez defeated Eric Black Power Fonga. Congratulations to Rico, going 23-13. Fonga down to 10-9. Alright, we are in Texas for UFC 126, Diaz versus Stevenson, the 3rd fight. Both of which Nate Diaz has won, but Nate Diaz is absolutely insane in this save. Yeah, look at that. Anyway, we are not here for them, good as that fight may be. We are here for the undercard where Rex Richards will be taking on Machado McGregor. Come on. Rex Richards, a very superhero name, but not a very superhero record. He is 7-8, and in fact lost to Alex O'Reilly on his last fight. Machado McGregor is 8-1, having only dropped a fight to LeVar Johnson back in May 2012 in his Pride debut. But here he is in the UFC, coming off a victory. Let's get straight into it. He's a -1200 favorite, a kickboxer, and is expected to knock Richards out. Giving up 20 pounds, maybe decisive, we'll see. McGregor refuses to touch gloves, and the two men strike. Richards hits a counter jab. Right cross lands hard for McGregor. Richards definitely looking to grapple. McGregor lands a right head kick. Tries for another head kick there. Hits another head kick. Richards' head might be suffering here. Low kick to the legs. McGregor definitely using his kicks to his advantage today. Throwing the 1-2s though. Left hand and a right cross lands hard. Richards with a jab. Another right cross from McGregor. Richards is cut. Beauty of a straight right. Richards is cut. His nose might be broken. And he still has to survive the next 2 minutes of this fight. His leg kicked out. Into the final minute of the round, big right hand from McGregor. Right head kick. Richards is staggered. Knee hit into the gut there. Richards breathes. Barely. Faint. Richards is vulnerable. Left jab and a low kick, and that will end the round. Richards managed 2 jabs there. Machado McGregor, 4 power punches, 6 jab punches, 1 power kick, and 5 jab kicks, as well as a power knee. Absolutely brutal. Easy McGregor round. They're going to call it a 10-8. Absolutely piecing him up. Cutman trying to stop the bleeding of Richards and maybe reset his nose, but probably not. Oh, low kick gets caught though. Richards tries for the takedown defense. McGregor pulls it out there. Conserves a little energy. Got a little overzealous there. Low kick to the front leg. She needs to keep piecing up Richards, not get caught trying to strike there. Beauty of a straight right from McGregor. Finding his range again now. Trying for that right hook. Can't quite get it. Richards clips the right hand. There's a jab in the right hook. Right on the button. Nice right hook again from McGregor. Richards slowing down now. McGregor definitely a little more tired as well. Couple jabs. He tries the big right hand and can't quite get it. Richards is limping now. Brace of jabs and a great right hook. Richards backing off now. Totally dazed. Big right hand. Richards is down. McGregor ground and pounding. Richard can't do anything about it. Mark Goddard has to stop the fight. Ladies and gentlemen, Machado McGregor makes a lap of the cage. Absolutely gloating. Your winner by TKO, Machado McGregor. Stifles Rex Richards. Absolutely pieces him up. Outstrikes him about 22-3. 22 just punches. Richards had no answers for the Northern Irishman. Congratulations to Machado McGregor, now 9-1 and 2-0 in the UFC. Maybe he could start his climb up the rankings. Here's some news for you. Billy Willie has been booked to face Antonio Rogero Nogueira, Pride 91. Nogueira is not doing great. Lost his last 2. Beat Crow Cop in the middle for some reason, and lost the 2 before that. Previously faced off against Ron Francis Jr. unsuccessfully. Interesting. Well, anyway. Yeah. Rodrigo Nogueira facing off against Billy Willie in July. At Pride 91. Didn't even make the main card. Brutal. Fedor versus LeVar Johnson will be the main event, though. And these two will fight on the undercard. Billy Willie is favorite to take the win with a 2-3 Pride record. So, it should be a good fight. Alright, it's time for our 3rd title fight of the episode. Is that right? Seems right. Bellator, UFC, and K1 Heroes, but this time our guy's the champ. Bobby Braxton defends against Heath Herring, a rematch from the last time these two came out. Come on. There we go. Bobby's last fight was against Heath, holding the title at the time, but he outlasted him and split decision took the title off him. But the Texas Crazy Horse beat Kazuyuki Fujita in the meantime to earn himself a rematch, and considering split decision and a win in the interim, I think he fully deserves it. 39-13 is the record of Heath Herring, 35 years old, 6'4", 19th ranked pound-for-pound fighter in the world. Braxton at 25th. This is going to be a good one, folks. Let's get to it. Heath Herring, Bobby Braxton. The Bruiser versus the Texas Crazy Horse. Bobby a slight underdog. Moderate underdog, I suppose. The fight begins. Braxton refuses to touch gloves. Herring looking for the takedown event. Braxton misses with the 1-2. Both fighters throw strikes, can't land anything. Braxton misses a head kick. Braxton maintains good guard and doesn't take any damage there. 10-minute round here. We're 1 minute into it. Nothing really doing so far. Braxton lands a leg kick finally. Herring lands a leg kick. Alright. Neither guy taking damage from strike exchange here. Very cautious coming out 2.5 minutes into this so far. They're throwing, but nothing's really landing. Quick left jab from Herring. Quick left jab and a solid right hand there from Herring. Alright. Left jab and a left kick to the body. He's really dodging everything Braxton's got so far. Braxton hits the left, though. Herring hits the left cross. Braxton's cut open now, bleeding a little bit. Champion and challenger halfway through the first round. Kick to the lead leg for Herring. Braxton's limping a little bit now. Goes up for the head kick, but only he's glancing. Couple jabs and a right cross from Herring. Two fighters trading blows. Feels like Herring's getting the better of it so far. Oh, hard kick to the leg. Braxton's limping hard here now. This could be bad for the champ. Takes a kick to the body. The referee checks the cut. Doctor says it's all good. We're back underway. Striking the exchange now. Braxton tries the counter left, can't hit it. Herring still moving well, getting a little exhausted. Braxton with the counter jab. Herring misses with 2 punches. Engaging now. Oh, and another low kick to the lead leg. Braxton's leg's taking a lot of damage here. He is seriously limping now. Hits that counter jab and takes a right hook. Final minute of the first round here, toe-to-toe. Two fighters engaging. Goes for a jab, misses with the right hand. And time runs out in round number 1. Let's check the stats on that one. Feels like Braxton definitely landed a lot more there. Yeah, Herring landed a lot more there. 12 jabs, 2 power kicks, 4 legs. Braxton landed 6 total strikes in 10 minutes. I know the fight engine's a little crazy sometimes, but that's not good for Bobby. His legs are not doing well. Takes a right hand on the face now. Braxton misses and takes something, limping bad, looking tired. It's not great here. Second round. Braxton misses the big right. He's throwing these big strikes, he's not landing. Finally lands a nice left hook. Herring a couple jabs and a right hook. Braxton still limping. Definite limp. Halfway through the round now. Herring's hands going down just a little bit. Ooh, roundhouse kick to the body. Herring's a wrestler, but he's kickboxing like a champ today. Both fighters throw to lane, fail, absorbs 2 punch, misses with a couple of strikes himself. Lands a right hook now. Into the final minute of the second round. Nothing really happens. 30 seconds, left jab and a right hand from Herring. He's looking shattered, clinches, and tries to pin Braxton up against the ropes. Manages to do so. And Herring's breathing really hard. So that's into round 2. Herring wildly outstruck Braxton that round. 10 jabs and a power kick, which is 1 jab. So I believe this is not the most exciting round. Braxton's up and pacing around, psyching himself up for the final round. Not sure that's the greatest plan with the damage to the legs, but he does need a finish here, seemingly. And Herring looks exhausted. So if Braxton can keep himself clear of the clinch, clear of the wrestling, and start landing some strikes this round, he might still have a chance here to keep that belt around his waist at the end of the night. Round 3. Here we go. Braxton going for the takedown now. Herring sprawls, moves out of range. Back to boxing. Clinching now. Herring trying to pin him up against the ropes, manages to do so. Knee strike to the ribs against the ropes now. Braxton slips away. Feeling just a little bit tired now. Both fighters throwing. He's got 2.5 minutes now to try to get something done. Herring lands with the right hand. Left jab, right cross from Braxton. Needs to keep landing at that pace. Misses a right hook. Oh, gets kicked in the leg again. Herring trying to kill time now. 1.5 left. Herring lands that left kick to the knee cage. They clinch, though. Herring looks for the trip takedown. Gets it. Braxton in guard now. Herring's just pinning him down, throwing a few weak right hands. Braxton tries for the arm. Herring blocks it, and that is the end of the round. A better round for Braxton, but I don't know if it'll be enough to counter the entire fight, but we'll have to see. Official decisions are being reported now. All 3 judges have Herring down as the winner. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner by unanimous decision, the Texas Crazy Horse, Heath Herring. Bobby Braxton drops the title in his first defense against the former champion. Won a split decision, but lost a unanimous decision here tonight. And I can't help but feel like that's a fair decision here. Herring just landed way more. I think the damage to the legs of Braxton was just more than he could really handle. And yeah, he got outstruck by a wrestler. That's just that's never going to go well. So unfortunate for Bobby, but he does drop the title in his first defense, falling to 16-5 in his career. Obviously, he was on a 7-fight win streak before that, and hopefully can get back to good form soon. But yeah, it's unfortunate. Oh, and here's some not good news. Machado McGregor has tested positive for recreational drugs following UFC 126. That means his fight against Rex Richards has been overturned from a win to a no contest. Oh, that is not good. And now he's suspended for 11 months. So after going to jail for 18 months, he's now been suspended for 11 months for doing drugs. Great. You shouldn't have smoked weed, Machado. Here's a little bit of news. Earl Mo is being booked to face Bobby Lashley at Strikeforce. That's awesome. That should be fun. I feel like maybe feel like for some reason he was going to fight somebody on our list, but I don't know. Anyway, Lashley is 3-2-1 in his career, coming off a loss to Brendan Schaub. But he will be facing against Earl Moe, 12-3, and who has fought his entire career with Strikeforce, nearly. Anyway, Earl Moe versus Bobby Lashley in July should be a good one for the next episode. No question about it. I am ready to be hurt again. We are in Nevada, Bellator 46, Barnett versus Joe 3, the trilogy. Because who else would George Joe fight but the only person he can't beat? Will Barnett submit Joe for the third time, or does Joe have some magic in that crazy head of his? I honestly have no idea, but I believe George the Gentleman Joe versus the babyface assassin Josh Barnett. Barnett, a catch wrestler, no team, -430 favorite, 28-5-1, no contest record. George Joe, 16-2. He's coming off a win against Tony Johnson, which was a TKO or knockout for 16 wins, and submitted by Josh Barnett for his 2 losses. Like, the last ones he didn't even get out of the first round, so, please. Barnett, 3 straight wins after winning the Bellator Heavyweight Championship off Damian Grabowski. Hasn't lost since 2008. It's currently 2014, in case you forgot. Mixed bag in pride. Did win the UFC Heavyweight Championship, as he did in real life. Please, Josh, for the love of God, just lose to Joe. Come on, Joe, we believe in you. Let's get into it. Main event of the evening. 5 5-minute rounds. Herb Dean's the referee. Here we go. They refuse to touch gloves. A lot of bad blood between these two. Joe with a nice straight right to start. Joe landing some good punches, a big right hand. Barnett dodges a punch or two. Grabs Joe into a clinch. He's going for a Muay Thai clinch here. Joe slips out of the grapple. Crowd cheers. Joe lands a left jab but misses with a vicious right. Barnett moving in and out of range. Misses with the big right again. Barnett misses. Joe with a big right hand. Beauty of a straight right from Joe. A left and a right. Barnett trying to start grappling here, but a right cross lands hard. He can't find an opening. Joe comes in looking to strike. Joe with the beauty of a straight right there. Barnett's hurt. Joe coming in for the kill. Barnett is down. Crowd erupts, unloading with punches. Knock him out, Joe. Joe fires off some rights. Barnett isn't knocked out. But wow, that fight ended with Joe on top, punching down at Barnett. He landed 8 power punches, 7 jabs, 4 power ground strikes, and 10 ground jabs. Unbelievable. Barnett didn't get anything. The crowd is electric. A 10-8 round for Joe. He has made it to round 2, ladies and gentlemen, if nothing else. Barnett looking dazed. Round 2 begins. Joe coming in closer. Nice straight right. Moving in, preparing to throw. Crunching right hook. Joe slowing just a little bit as he tires his hands on Josh Barnett's chin. Left and a right. Beauty of a straight right from Joe. Barnett looks absolutely dazed. Oh, shoots him for the takedown. Joe pulls guard. This is how it works. They scramble. Joe gets his back taken. Oh, God. Here's how it ends. Barnett gets both hooks in, pounding away on Joe. Barnett may have hurt his hand there. Tries to get the rear naked choke applied, and he gets it. God damn it. Ladies and gentlemen, for the 3rd time, Josh Barnett has submitted George Joe. It could have been different. Joe ended the first round on top, punching down at Josh Barnett, but Barnett managed to keep his composure long enough. And in round 2, he gets the takedown, passes, gets the submission. Joe's submission defense just isn't there. Unfortunate fight. Great fight. But it ended the same damn way. God. Tiny bit of news here. Jack Duplessis has been booked to face Brock Lesnar at Bellator 48. That is headlined by Anthony and James Krause and Joe Kuani. Okay, that wasn't that bad. Anthony and Joe Kuani versus James Krause for the Bellator lightweight title. Vacant, apparently. Lesnar versus Duplessis, the co-main event. Jack, the only person to actually win on this episode, I think. 8-5 versus 15-4. Brock's slight favorite, Lesnar, will be making his Bellator debut. Quite a coup for Bellator, honestly, to get that fight. All right, to end the video, Bobby Braxton has left the Yoshida dojo following his loss to Heath Herring. To be fair, Yoshida dojo, I looked at them. Their stats are not great. I think he can do better, personally. So, we'll see. Currently the 9th ranked heavyweight in the world. Let's take a look at the world rankings. Why not? We're here. Heavyweights. Let's see. Braxton takes up the lead in 9th. Alex O'Reilly down in 13th. George Joe in 14th. Ron Francis Jr. in 15th. And that's it for our guys. So, not too bad. I still don't know how Sergey Karatonov got up this high, but that's life. And the pound-for-pound male rankings, the highest guy that we could see is nobody. Shame. It's like Antonio Nogueira brings up 25th, and he's just one spot ahead of Braxton. So, well, now you know. Anyway, we'll have to see how it goes next time, but that was a terrible episode. Also, apparently Mo and Gimas have beef here. That's interesting. Anyway, yeah, this is just a terrible episode. Everyone lost all the time, and now I'm sad. We did it. But seriously, though, thank you for coming, and I'll see you next time.